an opportunity to become the carries of your team, or at least be more of a supporting factor, because I don't think Win is going to allow Shine just to get away with the split push that we've seen from every other team.
Yep. Shine, you know, has notoriously against really good teams been put down slightly, been taken off his priority split pushing champion, so wouldn't be surprised if Win tried to do the same thing here. But we do have to remember we're on 9.16 for the playoffs bracket, which means Win can no longer just first pick Sivir and give it over to Kagame and say, here you go, safe champion, press W, clear the wave. That's what they were doing to be fair, to good effect for the past 2 weeks, the last 2 weeks of the regular season. But with Sivir being nerfed quite significantly on her W, her wave clear isn't as effective early on. You can't, you can't max your Q and still have optimal wave clear through your Ricochet. Win might go back to defaulting to an Ezreal pick for Kagame, which has not worked out for them all split. So curious to see how they play this one up. If they don't pick an AD carry first, that does mean Xayah Rakan could go straight over towards Axis Empire.
And they were playing that a bunch yesterday in their 2 games.
And that means that that's another safe pick for Kagame, something he's also proved comfortable on. The Xayah pick would be taken away from him. And then we haven't seen too many other AD carries coming out from Kagame, none of which have been to good effect. So I wonder if Win are going to be able to draft around him quite well in the bottom lane. Or if they're just going to sacrifice bottom lane entirely and focus on their top side draft.
Well, let's see here. We got ourselves 5 jungle bans coming out here. So again, the pool's being a bit tampered with, but that does allow the Aatrox to make it through the first ban phase here of Game 1. Or do they want to go ahead and get that safe pick, like you mentioned, for Kagame right away?
Oh, I don't like the Aatrox pick as much here.
Shine has shown he can play against it.
It just means that Axis Empire, yeah, exactly. Axis Empire could pick Xayah Rakan here, or they could pick Xayah jungler, go towards, Jarvan, Lee Sin, Nocturne, all still available here for Axis Empire. Pick up a, their priority jungler, take another jungler off the pool away from Libero, who does have a deep champion pool himself, but wants to play something aggressive. If you take this Jarvan, he'll probably be forced to go on towards something. The Lee Sin, he's going to be forced to go on something like Jarvan instead. And now you've taken away a crucial pick that Kagame probably wanted, and he's going to default back to his Ezreal.
Which is just, trying to play as safe as possible, but even then we've seen it get abused time and time again during that lane phase.
His Ezreal has not been very strong this whole split. He looks a lot better when he's not on Ezreal than he does on.
I'm going to try and pair that one up with a Yuumi. Yuumi, again, was also one of those recipients of the nerfs hitting in 9.16 Q. Lots of base damage taken off it, so it's not as much of not as huge damage threat. Still has that slow available for the engage, but if you don't really have any follow-up, it's only going to be an Ezreal. There's no massive CC coming out of that pick.
And this lane doesn't do well into Xayah Rakan, Xayah
or
Nautilus.
Even Nautilus. Woo.
It's not going to be a good matchup bottom side of that. We'll have to see if Axis can punish that. Still have to worry about the Aatrox pick, and not picking up a top laner now does mean they could ban Fiora here and run Aatrox top. And even if they don't ban Fiora here, Win could still flex this Aatrox into the mid lane.
Yeah.
Because Arhedge does play a lot of Aatrox mid.
See what they want to. Camille going to be banned out here. That's usually actually one of the good answers to the Aatrox we've seen up in the top lane. So
also another flex pick between Shadow and Arhedge. Arhedge played it first in the mid lane in the LST.
Yeah, and we also seen other teams start to pick that up itself in the mid lane. We've also seen it in some different regions across the world in the last couple of patches. Going to get rid of that Yasuo actually here on the side of Win. I've seen Shine play it, once or twice before. Perino as well. Getting rid of that Wombo combo that we saw work well for them yesterday. We'll see though, what does Axis Empire? Going to get rid of that Nico. So again, getting rid of some flex picks that we've seen Shadow and Arhedge both run in both lanes here when it comes to the solo lanes. That's also going to be an Aurelia here. So now Axis Empire have opportunity. What do they want to try and counter here with?
Pick
the
Karina's
Vladimir.
pick.
That's a flex.
Yeah, get Karino's pick here, or a flex pick like he's mentioned. We saw both Shine and Karino play a Vladimir in the semi-finals match yesterday. Both having stellar performances on the champion. And it means that their last pick, you can see the rest of this composition before deciding which lane he's going to put everything into.
Now with the Zoe hover. We have seen Win run this, I think, twice so far during the split. So showing now likely the mid lane. Zoe for our hedge.
Definitely the mid lane.
you know. Are you thinking topside Zoe? Is it
No.
jungle Zoe?
Definitely mid lane Zoe.
Xin Zhao. You mentioned actually yesterday teams were kind of glossing over him with all these jungle bans, so Win might be the ones here to pick it up here for Libero.
And so good for topside. Aatrox, Xin Zhao, as well as Zoe being picked up towards top side of the map. Win are doubling down on their win condition, which is picking up aggressive top side of the map, you know, letting their bottom lane be as passive as possible.
Now for Axis, what do they want to try and pick up here? Have options like that Fiora. Shine has played it to the Aatrox before. It acts as pretty much a good counter for the kit itself, and it's one of Shine's pocket picks, so it's going to get locked in. And we'll see it once again.
This is why I said pick a mid laner or someone you can flex, because then if they show that Aatrox is going topside without Fiora being banned out, that's something Shine can pick. And he can play well into it, and if he gets 6 items on Fiora, Axis's main win condition of a split pushing Shine is online. My question is, can they get there?
Yeah, you're going to try and slow down Win, who on average take 2 towers before 15 minutes.
Because the way I look at this game is Axis are not going to have any priority topside. Lee Sin is strong in the jungle, but when you're against a Zoe Aatrox in the lane, it's very difficult for him to make anything happen in top side of the map. Zoe's going to be able to control Vladimir's lane, has good pick potential with Xin Zhao. So then your focus is going bottom lane, trying to gank bot lane. Vladimir and Fiora's job is to hold on for their dear lives and try and scale this late game.
Let's go ahead and load up into game 1 here of our first semifinal of LST Summer.
Mwah.
We don't have a sound for the...
Tower. That's the sound of turrets. That's the sound of the people.
I was just taking in the nice, background. Majestic.
Tower.
Does Flame just make fire? Or does it go whoosh?
It's the sound of water, Opal. Please get it right.
All is good here. The thing I
can
find...
hear Resolette from here.
Yeah, I know.
Our Tycaster. Why is he so much more excited than you are to be here today, Opal?
Excuse me,
Can you explain yourself?
He's doing his intro that I did going into after
Okay,
Champ
hang on.
Select.
Rez, you need to be a bit quiet. You're making Opal feel bad.
Ouch.
Okay.
I feel bad. If anything, you're the one that hurts my confidence the most here.
Good.
You are my superior.
Good.
And, poor employee performance does come back to you.
No.
Poor leadership doesn't equal good employees.
No.
I'm just saying.
Poor employees equal bad leadership.
What?
Yeah. That's how it works. You'll learn.
Oh, boy. I'm afraid. Things coming out here. Axis Empire. With that extra little bit of safety on that ward. Actually, both wards in toward the jungle entrances by mid lane. So just want to see if there was going to be an invade or anything along those lines. Well, Shadow and Shine playing the long game here. Now that Shine shows, Shadow's going to come up. Caspel. We started on red, so Shine does likely know this is going to be taking place. Both have just kind of swapped sides of the map at this point, Fish.
There's a passive start, so we're just going to see casual lanes here. Nothing too crazy is going to happen. Hedge is going to push in against Karina. Vladimir is going to struggle for the first 9 levels of this game. Probably be underneath his turret for a majority of the time, and if he's not, there will be a wild jungler in his face. Bottom lane is going to go heavily in favor of Axis Empire, you would assume. They're going to be able to push this wave in over and over again. Zai is very good at keeping the lane shoved. They just need to make sure they have wards placed down as early as possible. Make sure Xin Zhao doesn't come down for a quick gank and turn this lane back in Win's favor.
Yeah, because when you have a Xin Zhao, that Yuumi follow-up's very nice to have. Yet another slow. It's pretty much impossible to escape that point without blowing your flash.
You can see same thing's already been done by Fiora. Goes down and puts a deep ward. Now that's a little bit risky because if...
The blast cone.
Yeah, if Libero wanted to gank top, he took the blast cone into the brush, he would not be spotted out by that ward as long as he takes the blast cone deep into where the tri-brush is, so he doesn't jump over the vision. However, that ward does spot him coming for a long extended river gank, and also spots out if Xin Zhao is going for Scuttle Crab, which is probably something he's trying to keep an eye out here for Caspiel.
Shine, though, might want to be careful. We do see a bit of an invade coming out from Libero and our edge, but it's a red side start for almost every jungler in the game at this point, so you're not going to get much. Only a little bit of extra knowledge. I think he did get the Raptor camp as it spawned.
It used to be, long time ago, it used to be blue buff start or bust, where so many mana-hungry junglers needed blue buff to
Back when you had more
jungle.
mages and stuff in the jungle there.
You know, things like a Moo Moo and Maokai. Alistar running around as well. All the tank junglers.
Zach used to love it too. He got the cooldown reduction early.
But now red buff has kind of been your aggressive route because you get so much health regeneration from it, extra damage on your hits. Just means that you're online earlier too. You can start taking brawls, skirmishes, your ganks are a little bit more successful as well. And then blue buff kind of tops off your mana after you've spammed it through your first clear of the jungle. So it is nice. A lot of powerful junglers are starting red first. You just see as well, just through the laning phase, how much Shine is able to play through this matchup quite effectively. Something that a lot of top laners are not very proficient at, playing through the Aatrox trade patterns.
Yeah, Shine likes to get up in your face, and that's kind of how you need to fight against Aatrox, as long as you're dodging away from those sweet spots that get the knock-up. It was also really good time in there. Libero came up, was thinking about maybe going for a gank, but wave got pushed back into the tower, so Shine was able to play just safe.
Yeah, there's two ways you can play against the Aatrox matchup. You can hold on to your abilities to use them to make sure you're moving around Aatrox's trade pattern, or you could dive straight into him and trade with him. Because when you're up against Aatrox, his sweet spots aren't as potent, and you'd be able to get in his face and try and trade auto attacks while he's spamming his abilities, which have very long, not only cast times, but also animation times. So when he is throwing out his Q like that, you can hit him 2 to 3 times, getting an even better trade for yourself.
And this is also a pretty heavy trade setup that we have Shine coming in as far as runes go. He's actually gone the biscuits, so he's getting on top of the corrupting pot he had on the first buy.
Yeah,
Now got some
2 biscuits left.
Still has 2 biscuits. On top of that, he's gone grass, so he's going to be getting a little bit of health every time he goes in for a trade. Again, really focusing more on the scaling throughout the game rather than the lane presence.
Because Aatrox still wins this matchup early on, as you can see from just that trade alone.
Yeah,
it's very hard for Shine to win through this.
Yeah, the counter really comes in if the Aatrox, isn't smart with their abilities. Shadow, I think he's pretty confident enough to go into this matchup.
A very slow game to start this one. Everything is kind of even.
Which, plays more into favor of Axis, but this is unheard of for Win. Once they find usually their first kill or first, couple kills, that's when they start breaking open the map immediately. And speaking of which, ooh, Caspel. Good check there on that brush. Says hello, Sinzep.
Doing his due diligence of checking the brush and making sure no one's there. Libero just walks through the mid lane and says, I'm going to try and help you clear this out. Said denies a minion away from Mahesh.
That's something, though, Libero likes to do. Off the first scuttle spawn, we'll just cut through mid lane. We've seen teams actually punish it before.
One thing we haven't checked in on is the fact that Kagame is doing fairly well in this bottom lane.
Yeah, unfortunately for Chili and Blaze here, it looks like a bit of a rough time for Blaze so far.
I mean, it's not horrible. They are only down about a minion wave, but that's just still Kagame not falling behind 10-15 CS at 6 minutes in. Something that happens quite frequently against other 80 carries in the league. So holding their own well in this bottom lane and shoring up some of the weaknesses that Win had the bottom side of the map.
You know what, the Jesse, he's going to be on that Yuumi. He's got the range advantage naturally, so. Chili gets a nice hook there. Blade Caller was already used, though, by Blaze, so he can't really go for any follow-up. Does get some decent damage back.
Got to be careful because Chili is going to hit level 6 in a minute or 2.
And if you get hooked like that, usually you're dead next time around.
You just throw out the ultimate. You either flash Arcane Shift away, burning a crucial summoner spell, and it's rinse repeat for Chili when the ultimate's back off cooldown, or you dead.
Well, look at that.
Pick your
Libero
poison.
got himself a very quick steal on the first respawn of red.
Shine's being a little bit greedy here, not using his biscuit, because he was getting close to dive range. A few more auto attacks in.
Might be a bit of a bait, though, because he might be running, what was it, Time Warp? Which you pop both your Corrupting and your Biscuit there. It's a decent chunk. Carino in mid lane. That's going to force him back pretty low. Libero might just go for a full engage. Oh, Carino misses the ultimate entirely and won't trade back kill. Up in top lane, though, Shadow going to jump in with the Resonating Strike. Shine gets his ultimate procced, and that's going to give some healing. Shadow going to try and just wait this out as long as possible, and Shine picks up the kill.
Trade topside for mid lane. Carino being a little bit disrespectful, should have not only used his flash to escape that gang, but he should have thrown down the ultimate before he went into Sanguine Pool. Playing that one very, very risky there, and then fat fingering his ultimate at the very end, missing absolutely everything.
Yeah, there would have been a possibility for a trade back there. Chili just hitting level 6. You saw the idea from Chili. Get level 6 mid-animation and get the surprise ultimate off, but Kagame was able to Arcane Shift and buffer out the hook. So no cheesy level 6 coming out from Axis Empire and bot lane, but overall, 1-for-1 kill, but you take a look across the board of CS, and it's just advantages in every single lane so far.
Win are winning the lanes, which I thought would happen in every single lane, including the jungle, except for bottom lane. I thought bottom lane Blaze as well, Chili would be, ahead by now. I think there's a lane matchup they do well into, especially with Lee Sin in the jungle. If Sinjar's going to be putting a lot of attention towards top side of the map, then Lee Sin could come down here, but seems like Caspian was focused on trying to get Aatrox behind nice and early. Flash was burnt by Aatrox and allowed Fiora to pick up an Executioner's Calling. That's going to cut through Aatrox's massive health regeneration when he uses his ultimate. And Shine just doing Shine things, playing with the minion wave.
Give him a quick whack. Lets the minions push forward.
But this is what you expect, and I think Axis Empire understand that. It's Zoe against Vladimir. Now that Vladimir's being ganked once, it's going to be very difficult for him to get back into the game. Into what's the word for it? Not back into the game, but back into winning this lane. Because it already was a lane that should go in Zoe's favor from the get-go. So now he's going to be slightly behind, trailing through Zoe, and will be for quite some time. But Axis should understand that. Aatrox should be pushing in against Fiora anyway, especially with the aggressive top side of the map. Fiora is always at risk of being dove by not only the jungler, but if Zoe wants to roam up, then that could be a skirmish that goes the way of Win. Vladimir not as useful until he gets a couple of items. I'm
interested to see if Axis are going to let Win have their usual Rift Herald play work out. Win are known for practically just forcing down a lane with 2 towers, and Axis likely should know this is happening because we did see RH check the Dragon Pit, and it's level 10. It's pretty much what they like to do there. Shine trying to go back in. He's got to be a little bit careful here, Shine. He keeps trying to use the riposte to negate one of the jumps from the Q and get the stun back in his favor, but so far he's been missing the riposte. He's not been able to, land it against Shadow. He's been using it pretty aggressively, usually right when the Infernal Chains comes up. Well, look at this. Caspel and Chili immediately roaming over, saying, all right. Shadow doesn't know. Shadow might be a little too far forward, should have a dash. Chili needs connect here, gets the auto attack down and into the hook, into the knockup, and it's just a full force as they're able to take down the Aatrox nice and early. And for Libero and Shadow not going to be able to do that cheesy Rift Herald play immediately. Nicely played, so it seems like their goal has been trying to attack topside. Blaze fancies a 2-on-1 against Kagame and the Jets. That too, that's also going to allow Shine to get a little bit of damage here. Libero though, Shine, gotta be careful, gotta use the riposte at some point there, bud. Libero just gets a quick and easy kill. That was just disrespectful. That's just Shine. That's Shine doing Shine things. Shine staying in turret range to try and get him. Lines them up even with the pool. Ahej is so slick with this Zoe. He is just so slick. He understands this champion so well. Gets the sweet solid kill. Right there. Instead of top lane, they say, all right, we get ourselves an advantage here in mid. We're going to try and force this down. That should be first brick going in favor of Win. And Carino's lane as well. So now Zoe's being unlocked. The pick-based champion can start to roam around with Libero and start to impact the rest of the map. Just making it that much harder for Axis Empire to stop the bleeding. And those 2 mistakes in the solo lanes are going to cost them so much. Puts them down 2,000 gold. Actually, no, 3,000 gold behind now. Yeah, that is... Can't make those mistakes in the semifinals of the LST, or it's going to cost you. Yeah, and that's what Win love to do. You make one mistake, you're going to get heavily punished. We see it time and time again. Working so hard to shut down Shadow, make it so that this Aatrox doesn't come online. Get Shine ahead. 2 misplays and they're thrown out the window. Look at that. Libero even looking for maybe another play up in top lane, trying to hide into the river brush. They get themselves into try. Shine does have flash. Shine? You're pushed up pretty far here. You don't know. Shadow's going to show himself, and you see Libero very delayed here. Nice little juke away from the first one. Shine will flash out, so going to be a summoner down now on this Fiora.
Yeah. Respectful flash coming out from Shine to disengage from that.
While bot lane. First tower plate coming through here onto the side. That's going to be a full engage coming out. Stopwatch going to use immediately. Root lands onto two members. Blaze using the Blade Collar gets himself a double root, but they need to finish off the kill. Resonating Strike connects onto the Ezreal. Blaze, though, gets hit by the prowling projectile, but here comes our Edge, and he gets himself a double kill off the Luden's proc.
Luden's Echo jumping over for the double. Hedge is able to salvage the situation. The dive was almost thwarted here by Win. Kagame using the stopwatch to disengage from Nautilus ultimate, able to back away close towards that second turret. Heroics coming out from Blaze to lock everyone down underneath the turret and being very risky against the Yumi ultimate, but it's just right place, right time. Gets down there in time to trade back.
This Zoe's now huge, currently sitting 4-0-0. And for once here, we get to see our Hedge more or less in the driver's seat of Win this time around instead of playing off Shadow and Libero. Take a look at the turret plates here. 8 claimed by Win, as Axis were only able to get that single plate in bot lane.
Surely that's wrong. I thought they had way more than that.
No. Shine wasn't able to get anything off the tower because Libero solo killed him. Oh, look at this. We got ourselves Chili. Using that hook. That's still going to be a chunk of damage coming through, and whoo! You might be a submarine at that point, Chili, but yeah, no, the Zoe is just a little disgusting now.
Yeah, Zoe's on fire. They're going to have to ban that next time they play against Win.
All top lane. Oh, nice stun coming out here, and Shine immediately proccing the ultimate. Finds himself an opportunity on Shadow.
Just Shine things, really. You make a mistake, but you find a solo kill for yourself. Caspiel's got to be careful.
Caspiel. Dragon's Rage on cooldown. Just gets off. RH, he's looking for Caspiel. Not going to find him, though. Meanwhile, mid lane tower is going to get destroyed. Blaze, a little too far forward, has Featherstorm not available. It's on cooldown, and that's going to be an easy pickup for Libero and with the Jess.
No reason for Blaze to be that far forward. He's not going to be able to farm anything. The turret is already under the siege. Plenty of wards inside the blue side of their jungle being placed down by Wing. Can spot all rotations. They had no wards themselves. Blaze just caught way too far up in that bottom lane, and Win punish him, take a free Infernal Dragon.
Yeah, and that's going to help boost this gold lead now to 5,000 at 16 minutes. Add 10% damage across the board. And you got things like that Zoe now doing just an extra chunk of damage on top of the one shot. You got Warrior Enchantment complete here for the Xin Zhao as well. And Shadow, though he is down 3 deaths, is going to soon have his first item completed. See here, Caspiel and Blaze can look to try and get another kill here. Shadow's trying to push in, is going to spot out Caspiel right there, gets the ward kick over. Shadow going to get connected here with the Resonating Strike. Going back in, able to dodge away from the first knockup. Caspiel, though, going in. He's got to be careful here, going down extremely low. Shadow able to regen so much health. Blaze needs to finish off the kill here, but he's just going to get away.
Blaze getting trigger happy and pulling back the feathers before they were lined up to lock down Shadow, costing them a kill there. And it's the second time he's been a little bit panicky when it comes to these small skirmishes. Nicely set up by Caspiel, understanding the limitations of his champion as well, knew that he could go a bit aggressive while Shadow waited for his Q cooldown to come off, and backed off as soon as he thought that the cooldown would be back up. Well played coming out from Shadow, and Caspiel tries to make an attempt topside, but doesn't work.
Oh boy, Chili trying to go through his jungle once again, just going to get taken down. Now Win's starting to take control over Axis' top side of the map, even though they have that top tier tower. It's about to crumble on the next minion wave. You even see here, Blaze being pretty far forward, and whoo!
And if you've done that first, would have been a different story.
That's a clencher right there if you're Blaze at that point. He almost got caught out once again being too far forward. With that, that should be another tower secured here by Win. All the outer tier towers, along with the second tier in mid, going to add their total up to 4. As Axis Empire hoping they can somehow stall out this game and let Shine become a split push threat, but it's starting to accelerate here in favor of Win.
He's in trouble again.
Blaze can't be doing that right there. Chili's going to be able to save him. Looks like, oh no, they just go for a full engage. and just take down the Zaya immediately. Featherstorm still available, so Blaze just a little too late on the trigger and gets caught out once again.
Yep, that's not okay. Shinzao's now 4-2. 4-0-2. I just 5-0-1. They are slowly being shut down, Hero Ball, and it's Shine is coming online. Shine is a big threat at the moment.
Trying to get trigger happy here. He's trying to get a little fancy near the tower. Something we have seen from Shine before, and Helps gets hit there by the Q. Shadow. Gonna see Shine come out once again. Shadow misses though the Infernal Change, and that should be immediately coming in onto Shine. Gets himself the kill. A Shadow trying to flash there on the spot. Not sure, and Shine even playing with his food a little bit in bot lane gets himself a kill.
I mean, Axis did what they meant to do. They got Shine ahead. They tore apart one combo of the Shadow Libero duo, making Shadow shut down. Libero still got ahead, but it just changed into the Libero R-Hedge duo, which is running rampage across the map.
True Shot Barrage almost just sniped Shine. He got him down to about 50 health.
Just Shine things, really.
Shine doing Shine things. After he tanked 2 tower shots that were not needed.
Yeah, Shine just being Shine.
Oh boy.
Shine bright like a diamond.
Still a 7,000 gold lead though.
Shine bright like a diamond, Opal. Shine bright.
30 seconds on Baron. He's going to be joining us for the first time this game.
How you going, Bazza? Welcome to the Rift.
See, Caspel and Chili, they're actually kind of trying to defend Blaze this time around. Blaze, oh no. It's going to be Featherstorm coming out, but oh God, it's too late.
No, I can't.
Oh.
I can't take it.
Oh.
My heart cannot.
Again, Blaze gets caught out in our edge.
Call a doctor.
Boom.
Call a doctor.
Goes the Zoe combo.
I just don't care about your invulnerability. The second time somebody's tried to avoid our hedge using an invulnerability spell and it hasn't worked. Oh, I can't call the doctor. Oh my.
Oh, Shine.
Shine is 2 levels ahead, but Axis Empire getting obliterated. I never thought I'd see the day.
Oh, poor Shine. He said I was just doing my job. Oh my lord, look at that gold graph. Harridge got 2,000 gold on Shine.
How is Shadows still above 3 members of Axis Empire?
He's been able to farm up. Let's see here.
That's a disaster.
It's going to be Baron stirred up here by Win. Those are going to be some big chunks coming out.
Free Baron. A spot of way too late coming out from Axis Empire. Nothing they can really do. They can try and force a fight after the fact.
Hero Nautilus? No, not going to happen. True Shot Barrage going to cut onto... Oh, no! It happened again, Vish! Orange, though, going to miss out. Carino with a 3-man Hemo Plague. Ultimate comes back onto Libero. Libero going to use his ultimate. Now Shine rejoining the fray. Hook's going to land. And they get themselves a shutdown in the end here, taking off one of the Baron buffs.
Another R-Hedge play. No, they are able to save Shine. They still have a Vladimir, so if you allow him to get a nice big flank, it is a big threat. And he doesn't quite have the items to obliterate everyone with one spell rotation, but he can make them panic and run away and think that they were going to go down.
Oh, Carino! Woo! That bubble's close. Meanwhile, though, Axis is kind of just giving up the mid lane here. And Win are just going to get a free shove.
What is Axis
doing?
Axis? They need
what?
To go okay, Lisa needs to make a big hero play from this angle. There's so many wards down there, I don't think he can.
Oh, Carino's forced to have to just cool immediately. Caspel's not even at 1,000 health. Blaze almost getting caught out by the Infernal Chains. And now Axis Empire look a little bit lost on what they need to do here. Chili has to back off. And oh my god, again! Orange, we can't show that on the internet. It's not safe for work at this point.
What's going on? Orange just walks up. It's like he's got a Thanos glove. He just goes, I want him dead. I want him dead. I want him dead. And just kills him. It's not okay.
Oh no, Caspel.
I didn't know we had the Infinity Stones in this game.
Oh no. I'm afraid, and Caspel is too. He's going to run for his life. Shadow has just popped his ultimate for the extra move speed.
Caspel's dead. They spotted him out. He's going to try and run away. He's got to die. Oh!
He's going to...
No, Caspel, you can live.
What?
Caspel,
no.
you can live.
Caspel, you can live?
No, you can... Caspel, you can
he
live.
He sees them on the
yes,
map.
you can live, Caspel.
There's wards seeing every other member of the side of Win on the map. Caspel was almost ready to just take his life there.
Win are objective focus right now. They're just
jeez.
going, we can end the game, guys. Screw this Shine person. Whatever he's doing mid lane, we don't care. Just march straight into the base. Kill whoever is not next to the Nexus turret and hope that this Fiora comes back.
I think Shine, you know, he's kind of reminding me of the old Marn play where he's trying to cut mid lane. But guess what? Top lane's your main focus here. And Win, they don't care how far ahead Shine got during the lane phase. That Nexus Tower is going to fall here. True Shot Barrage cuts it onto 3 members. That's going to be Hemoplague onto 3 himself. Carino, though, gets back some health, but the Nexus is exposed. And guess what? Zoe could just tear that apart with the AP scaling on the auto attacks. It looks like it's all over here. Shine almost gets taken down completely by the Zoe. And like that, game 1 of our first series of the night goes to Win. That was a 24-minute victory. What? All right. If I'm Axis, I don't think you can play till the late game anymore.
No, you can. Just don't pick Lee Sin, I think. I mean, Caspiel didn't do anything wrong. Don't get me wrong, he didn't do anything wrong. But he didn't do anything
right.
No, he just didn't do anything. I mean, when you're against such an aggressive topside map, RH got his pocket Zoe, it's an Aatrox. Sure, you can shut down Aatrox. What are you going to do about the Zoe Sinjao combo? If you had something like Jarvan there, maybe you can make something work for bottom side of the map, especially, which I thought they were going to target a lot heavier than they did. But the story of this game is literally just people making mistakes. Because Shine got 2 levels ahead of Aatrox. Shine was able to solo kill Aatrox over and over again. The split push game was won. So all Axe Senpai had to do was, no matter what the goal deficit is,
just clear waves.
Don't up, basically.
Pretty much.
That's the goal. Don't mess up. But they kept making the mistakes. Carino getting caught out by so many Zoe combos and dying to so many of them early on. And I don't mean when Zoe had the Infinity Gauntlet and just when you're dead.
Just ulted in and just auto attack.
Yeah, I meant the beginning where he was dying to Zoe combos. He should.
That and Blaze got caught out a couple times too during the lane.
Blaze had a horrible. Blaze and Chili both had horrible matches. One, they fell behind against Kagame and What the Jess, which. Yeah, I think they're showing this one just to make a point that RH is MVP. I would have shown any of the other one-shots. This one actually looks like an Axis highlight to start.
Yeah, because this is just tragic. That's tragic right there for Blaze. I think RH actually picked up the Loon's Echo on the back. We're just going to see more one-shots, I think, is the idea here.
Yeah, how does Blaze die here? I want to see what happens.
He's got 1,200 health. Okay, he's down to 1,000.
Yuumi comes in. Yuumi does that. And then
he just gets paddle started.
What?
It threaded between the melee minion and the front. It's just a nasty snipe.
All right, Axis, ban Zoe.
Ooh.
RH is a good Zoe player.
Heard it here first. RH Zoe.
Yeah, but Blaze and Chili had a horrible game.
Yeah.
Credit to Kagame and What the Jess. I mean, it's the first time I've seen Kagame have an okay lane, but I look at the damage done, and he's done less than Yuumi. I still have doubts about the bottom lane.
And that's nerf Yuumi.
If they go internationally.
Yeah.
I have a lot of doubts about that bottom lane, especially since they would need to play against Mega or Liab in the grand finals if they win this next game. Deserved.
Yeah.
RH deserves MVP after that match. He single-handedly carried his team to victory. The Shadow Libero composition got pulled apart. But then Libero's just like, okay, I'm not friends with Shadow anymore. RH is my new buddy.
New best friend.
Let's go get a drink, talk about what we're going to do. And RH just goes, well, I'm going to just kill people. How does that sound?
Shadow's in the bot lane getting solo killed. He's like, why is my best friend gone? Meanwhile, Team's just killing the base, and Shine's like, okay, I'm going to clear minions.
Shine looked confused. Shine was like, I'm doing my split pushy thing.
And then he looks at the mini-map, and he's like, wait a sec.
Why are we losing?
It's like when you're in solo queue playing Jax or something, and you're just like, team, not throw.
Stuck him with the pointy bit. You're dead. Why are we not winning?
That was just such a quick end too. Right when Win gets any advantage, they just demolish their opponents, and I'm pretty sure.
Especially when you make that many mistakes.
Pretty much when you make all those mistakes. We're gonna go ahead and take a short break. When we come back, though, it's gonna be game 2 of our first semifinal.